lip-sync it. He is to pretend to be hearing it for the first time and to be appreciating it as much or more than our guests are. I'm to do the same and to feign delight when he serves something I hate, like fish with little bones in it. I really blew this a few years back when his friend Sue came for the night and he poached what might as well have been a hairbrush. Blew it to such an extent that after she left, I considered having her killed. "She knows too much," I said to Hugh. "The woman's a liability now, and we need to contain her." His friend Jane saw some ugliness as well, and though I like both her and Sue and have known them for going on 20 years, they fall under the category of Hugh's guests. This means that though I play my role, it is not my responsibility to entertain them. Yes, I offer the occasional drink, I show up for meals, but can otherwise come and go at my leisure, exiting sometimes as someone is in the middle of a sentence. My father has done this all his life. You'll be talking to him and he'll walk away, not angry, but just sort of finished with you. I was probably 6 years old the first time I noticed this. You'd think I'd have found it hurtful, but instead I looked at his retreating back thinking, we can get away with that? Really? Yippee! 3 of my sisters visited us in Sussex, the Christmas of 2012, so Gretchen and Amy took a guest room each. Hugh and I gave Lisa the master bedroom and moved next door to the converted stable I use as my office. One of the things he noted during their stay was that, with the exception of Amy and me, no one in my family ever says good night. Rather, they just leave the room, sometimes halfway through dinner, and reappear the following morning. My sisters were considered my guests, but because there was a group of them, and they could easily entertain one another, I was more or less free to go about my business. Not that I didn't spend time with them. In various pairings we went on walks and bike rides, but otherwise they sat in the living room talking or gathered in the kitchen to study Hugh at the stove. I joined them for a while and then explained that I had some work to do. This meant going next door to the stable, where I'd switch on my computer and turn to Google thinking, I wonder what Russell Crowe is up to. One of the reasons I'd invited these 3 over, had gone so far as to buy their tickets, was that this felt like a last hurrah. Except for Paul, who has no passport, but tells me with great certainty that according to an electrician he met on a job site, it is possible to buy one at the airport. We are all in our 50s now. Health-wise, we've been fortunate, but it's just a matter of time before our luck runs out, and one of us gets cancer. Then we'll be picked off like figures at a shooting gallery. Easy targets, given the lives we've led. I'd counted the days until my sister's arrival, so why wasn't I next door, sitting with Hugh in our perfect couple 16th century kitchen with its stone floor and crackling fire? Perhaps I worried that if I didn't wander off, my family would get on my nerves, or, far more likely, I would get on theirs, and that our week together wouldn't be as ideal as I'd told myself it would be. As it was, I'd retreat to my office and spend some time doing nothing of consequence. Then I'd head back into the house and hear something that made me wish I'd never left. It was like walking into a theater an hour after the picture has started, thinking, how did that kangaroo get his hands on those nunchucks? One of the stories I entered late concerned some pills my sister Gretchen had started taking a year and a half earlier. She didn't say what they were prescribed for, but they were causing her to walk and eat in her sleep. I saw this happen the previous Thanksgiving, which we spent together in a rental house in Hawaii. Dinner was served at 7 o'clock, and around midnight, an hour or so after she'd gone to bed, Gretchen drifted out of her room. Hugh and I looked up from our books and watched her enter the kitchen. There she took the turkey out of the refrigerator and started twisting off meat with her fingers. "Why don't you get a plate?" I asked, and she looked at me, not scornfully, but blankly, as if it had been the wind talking. Then she reached into the carcass and yanked out some stuffing. This was picked at selectively, one crouton mysteriously favored over another, until she decided she'd had enough, at which point she returned to her room, leaving the mess behind her. "What was that about?" I asked her the next morning. Gretchen's face adjusted itself for bad news.